What's up, guys? Hello, it is me, Natalie, and Missy. Missy, show your face, girl. Let me see if I can show her. There she is. There she is. We are outside getting some nice, fresh, cold air, but it is fresh nonetheless. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm sure there's got to be tons of people who are just sick of seeing my face and sick of me talking about Oola planning, but I'm still talking about it because it really is important, and we do need to take all of these steps. There is nothing worth more than our true happiness in heaven on earth, and it may seem like a pain in the butt sometimes, but again, we just need to think about it. If you've ever gone on a really cool vacation or a trip, was it ever a pain in the butt, like, to plan for it? Oh God, I gotta get my swimsuit and do this and get the plane tickets, and you know why? Because you knew it was worth it. And I think that if we get into a little rut, like you know, heaven on earth planning, boo boo, I think it's because it's possible that we don't believe yet. We don't believe that it can help us, okay? We don't believe that, you know, planning it out this way is gonna make a difference, or that it's just too much work, and there's nothing further from the answer. Our joy, our heaven on earth, and our like fun factor is everything. So stick with it, and if you don't do it now, think about it and come back later if and whenever you decide that it is for you, okay? So I just want you to, if you can, stay open-hearted to it. If you haven't done this sort of thing before, just stick with it, because I think it's well worth it. So anyhow, I am sorry if you don't know what I'm talking about. Please click here and check out the whole Heaven on Earth planning month on YouTube. And if you're on IGTV, you can go to the Heaven on Earth planning and see the entire series, or head on over to YouTube and check out the series from there. But today we are on day 20. If you're back, welcome back. Love you, missed you. As you know, we are starting to get into the nitty-gritty Oola path in the plans. And I hope you did yesterday's video exercise, because the whole reflection on last year, you know, celebrating your accomplishments and thinking about why did you achieve them, how did you achieve them, and then also thinking about any things that, you know, you might have thought you wanted to do and you missed, and then just reflecting on that. Because if I had to guess, it's, you know, some of the reasons of why we missed and stuff are the same. You know, we accomplished the ones that we worked on and that we focused on, and that because, you know, as Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows, and that really is true. So today, let's take a look at the beginning parts of the plan. So look at me, I brought out our Oola planners. I brought out the Oola planners, and I brought out Tony Robbins RPM. I do want to show a little bit of a difference here. Okay, so we did the whole reflection exercise, and from here, what it does is it goes into the planning. So actually, let me jump over into the month. And so the first step is looking at your month as a whole and putting down the important dates. So like today, inauguration, birthdays, projects at work, important client business meetings and things like that, put that here. And then also notes. So as you look back on your goals that you want to achieve in this year in all the categories, you're gonna start mapping those in, right? So here's my top 7 Oola goals, and then here's my 21, right? So as an example for fitness, you know, sorry, I hit the wrong button. A lot of mine are like daily goals, but I also said I wanted to get 10,000, eventually get up to 10,000 steps per day. And then finance, I said I wanted to get real clear on everything related to the business. That means expenses, taxes, budget, and also goals for making money within, you know, JLOVES, Joy Sparkers, or Innovative Techies. All three of those are kind of businesses that I have been working on for some time. So when we start thinking about those, we're going to need to map out what and how much do we need to do within a month, right? So how the Oola works is that it's great that it has this window. So if you'll notice that you cut the pages out in here, it'll tell you where to cut them out, and that's because for every single month you have all of the categories, right? All 7 categories, and you're writing your dream, your why, you're reiterating your 1-year goals, you're gonna write in your 1-month goals for that. So let's say my 1-year goal in finance is to have all of my business stuff in order, right? Well, my 1-month goal for January, for February, this is just January, but for February is gonna be to start collecting all of the documents and receipts and expenses, okay? Because that's gonna be step 1 for me for my 1-year goal. So for 1 month, I'm gonna say that I need to collect all of the data. And then down here, you start to map out exactly what, if any, that you need to complete within the weeks of this month. So in week 1, what do you need to do? You know, and then map those out. Week 2, and now remember, you don't have to fill all of this out. It's just there for you if you need to. And then of course some more notes areas. You got reflections and rewards. So you basically start to map out the steps. So for family, I said I wanted to get together once a month, right? So my 1-month goal, my 1-year goal is for every month to meet. 1-month goal is to meet. And then maybe for week 1, I start thinking of ideas for topics that we're gonna meet on Zoom. Week 2 is I schedule the Zoom and I invite everybody. Week 3 is I prepare anything fun for the family. And then week 4, we're gonna actually do our event. So that's how that's gonna go. The other pages are that every single day you'll notice that there is a reflection period. So you always write 1 good thing that happened, 1 bad thing that happened, and the gratitude that you have in the bad. Because a lot of times nothing's really so-called bad, but because if we can learn from it, then we can grow from it. The only other thing that's left in here is this page here. Well, not the only thing. This is the other major thing, is that they have 30-day challenges, opportunity notes, etc. for each one. So for example, for me with fitness, I'm gonna do every day I want to walk. For the first month, I'm just gonna do 5,000 steps a day. I'm gonna work up to 10,000. So I'm gonna put in my 30-day challenge, why, and then every time I do it, I'll be able to put a big X. So for finance, even though I don't have really a challenge or say, I do want to be mindful of spending. So I'm going to put mindful spending, and then every day I feel like I'm mindful about it, I will do that. For family, I want to again spend the mornings meditating, you know, sending good energy, etc. And I'll do that in the mornings, and I'll be able to knock that out, etc., etc., etc. So you'll do all of that. And then after that, you actually get into the planning of the weeks, okay? So now with the week 1, you can ignore that, that's not what it says, but week 1 for me, it'll be, you know, for fitness, it'll be to, you know, again, walk 5,000 steps a day. And then here, when you write down your weekly goal for week 1, because this is all going to be week 1 for these first 2, you look at the calendar and you actually schedule it in, right? So so it's really great. You say, okay, well, that's what I want to do. I want to walk. I'm going to walk on Tuesday morning, and I'm going to walk on here, and I'm going to walk on there. So you really see how everything can start pulling together. It stays in your face what your dream is, what your goal is, the rewards, and then you're going to start to map it out. So that's how that works. Now these things here, you've got a little quote here, action steps. That this habit tracker, I'm not exactly 1,000% sure how this works. I mean, I kind of get it. It's like 3 towards your Oola 1 maybe, or something like that. I'm not sure. And then it's just a reminder of your Oola blockers, your Oola accelerators, some more notes,
You know, and of course every single day it's got these cool little, like, did you take your supplements, you drinking water. Again, use it as much as you want, as little as you need to, whatever works for you. As kumaforlife.com would say, do you do you. And that's pretty much it for how that's accomplished. Yeah, and every single month that's how it goes. The only thing I want to show in the Tony Robbins, the only differences are, again, we used the Tony Robbins when we did our first driving forces, when we did our ultimate visions and our ultimate purpose, etc. So just want to show the differences here. So for the categories in Oola, sorry, there's a car coming, 7 categories that they pick for you. But remember, Tony Robbins says that you have personal categories and professional, and you pick the categories that you want. So it's not necessarily 7, it's whatever categories of improvement that you want. And the way that they do it is that they want you to fill out for unstoppable momentum. Again, vision, purpose, roles. What roles do you fill in this area? 3 to thrive, so 3 major things that you focus on that'll have the biggest impact. Your resources available to help you, 1 year or 90-day results, and then your RPM action plans. So that is for kind of each one. So again, Oola does a lot of the same because it talks about for each one, what's your dream, what is it, and why. Doesn't go into roles. Roles is like empowering roles. So instead of being like, oh, I want to be healthy, you're like a fitness diva or something, or some cool name that gets you excited. 3 to thrive, resources. So just keep this in mind. You can incorporate some of these if you don't want to get the RPM planner. So that's that part. And then with the RPM, the other thing that it goes into are then the projects. So we can change our lives, we can do, have, and be exactly what we wish. And then this is where it gets a lot. It starts to feel like a lot, like, whoa, like what is all of this? Okay, and I'm not going to go into it here. Just please get the book and the audiobook if you're interested. But in short, all it does is it's similar. It says, okay, what's the name of the project? So let's say it's called fitness again. What are the key results, right? So it's just looking at, not really time-based here, but just what are the key results that you're looking for? The, you know, again, the reasons, the why. It just drills into the purpose. Capture, like all of your notes, ideas, wants, needs, communications. And then after that, you then create your massive action plan. And you basically nitty-gritty every single step. Okay, and then you figure out if you can leverage it, how long it'll take, and priority. So again, I know this is a lot. This is a lot more, you know, than the Oola in terms of, you know, nitty-gritty and just really getting to it. And then for them, the step 3 is to commit and schedule and start looking at it per when. Yeah, so, and then you can see there's no like really daily calendar. That's in a completely different book, because I think there's like 4 books for this plan. And then of course, commit and schedule, complete and achieve, and then step 5 is to celebrate. So that's the key difference there. You'll see that there's a good amount of difference, I would say, in terms of how they approach things. Again, the Tony Robbins RPM, it's very, very much geared towards business owners, entrepreneurs, things of that nature, and it's just, there's just a lot there. And it's good, and I may use pieces of it as well, but again, for me, you know, kind of being the first time that I'm doing like personal, for me, goal setting, I found the Oola Planner just to keep me in a state where I'm not overwhelmed, and I'll still take pieces, the things that I've learned from Tony Robbins, and likely incorporate it. But anyhow, that is all. I don't want to keep this too long. I love you. I hope you guys are having a great day. Take a look at the calendar, your Oola Planner. Again, links are below if you need to grab that PDF and start printing some pages. The one thing I will say that we should do, if you're starting like me, I'm gonna go start hardcore February, because January, you know, we're doing this, we're doing the piecemeal of taking our time on this. So in February, what I'm gonna do, and if you're following along, Sandra, please just take a look at February and on that big calendar and put in important dates. So you can do that for maybe even February, March. Any important dates that are going on there, and looking at your goals and thinking about, okay, how do I start nitty-gritty? What are the monthly goals under each category? What do those look like? Are they really just daily habits that I'm doing, or are there some planning and some steps that I need to do every single month to be fun and excited and have the life that we want? Okay, I'm gonna make you dizzy. All right, let's take a look at Natalie before I leave. Mwah! Here's Natalie. How's Missy doing? Is she having a good time? She's having a blast. Oh yes, she's excited. She's Missy? Missy, are you excited? Hi, honey. No? You don't want to go walking? Alright guys, see you tomorrow. Say bye, Missy. Bye, Missy.